So speak to us about the implications of your four constants compared with modern medical solutions.
It's interesting because I talk about the four constants, and those four constants have to go on. They have to be a part of your life. And anytime you disregard those four constants, then something in your body is in trouble, okay? And if we look at it in terms of the medical procedures that are out there for us today, let's take a look at, I always talked about pills, shots, splints, and surgery, okay? And the first one, pills, they're about communication. Your body is communicating with you honestly, without the pills. As soon as you put in pills, now you're talking about something, it makes you feel good. So then you go out and do something maybe that you shouldn't be doing. Pills alter your perception of what is going on around you. And so if they're pain pills, you might be doing something that you shouldn't be doing simply because you're out of pain, and that you being out of pain isn't what's important here. Is your body is trying to tell you something and why you're in pain and all these things that it's trying to tell you, and you basically squash it with pills. Okay, so that's violating the first constant, which is communication. You need honest communication from your body. The second one, splints. Splints are one of those things that now they used to be called braces, and then they became splints, and now they're supportive devices. Okay, there's this need to obfuscate in the medical community whenever they don't like what it is that you've become. When you've discovered what they're doing, you don't take pills anymore. You take oral meds. Have you taken your oral meds? Okay, those are still pills. Splints are still braces, are still supportive devices, and they restrict movement. That's what they're designed to do. And if you notice how you put on a splint or a supportive device, what does it do? It takes away from what? The circulation. Now, does something heal better with no circulation or restricted circulation, or does it need blood in there? So we move on from pills and splints, and we go to shots. Okay, now shots, we are injecting a foreign liquid into your body to stop pain or to stop something or other. Now, I'm all for vaccinations, but when you're starting to talk about things like reducing pain with a shot, what you're doing is you are disrupting the communication that is supposed to be happening, and it needs to happen because you're not doing something right. Something, and inside you, your body is saying, this hurts. Listen to me. And because it hurts there, you squash the symptom, and what happens is the symptom says, no, you aren't listening. And it turns up the volume, so that knob, that volume knob becomes bigger and bigger, and it's telling you you're in trouble, hello, and if you're not listening, and you can't listen because you're taking a pill or you're doing a shot or something like that, then you're just basically getting yourself deeper in trouble. Now, and if you look at that, what is a shot then disrupting? Well, it's disrupting the communication. Is a shot food? Does it have broccoli in it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't have broccoli in it. It doesn't have anything that is of use to you if it's a chemical that they designed in a lab. Let's go on surgery, okay? I've always said that if you were designed to have surgery, we'd have little zippers everywhere. We don't. We have skin. And every time you open up that skin, you are messing with the connective tissue system. No matter where it's at in your body, you are pulling aside or cutting aside connective tissue. And when you do that, you increase the symptoms in that area from the surgery. Now, you may need it for a disease, but for structure, what you're looking at, oh, we have to repair a torn meniscus, or we have to, that's a way of telling you maybe you shouldn't be skateboarding at 50. It's a way of saying maybe you shouldn't be running 26 miles a day or 26 miles a week, and you're 47 and you have an old injury. These are things that are giving you hints as to what you're not supposed to be doing. You know, like I said, we were designed to walk. If there's something that is supposed to happen, it is absolutely walking. We are designed to do that. For those who are stuck in wheelchairs or their whole life, that's something that I think that they would give their eye teeth to be able to do. Now, the surgery creates more scar tissue. Okay, if you've got scar tissue in an area from a bump or whatever, and you then cut it, you are also cutting the communication between this side of the surgery and this side of the surgery. This scar tissue that's down the center there stops this communicating all the way through an area, and what it does is it puts up this barrier that what you're doing is every time a communication says, hey, this has got to move over here, the scar tissue creates a barrier that doesn't allow you to do that. And so what you want to be able to do is to get back that as quickly as possible, and that's where Rossiter can come in and help get that communication going again, because it reduces the amount of scar tissue in your body. You're also talking about a restriction in the flow of communication between all areas of your body and the connective tissue. So the connective tissue still has to do all the things that it needs to do, and it has to do it through scar tissue. So keep that in mind when you decide to go for a surgery. I've had a friend that had a surgery on her Achilles tendon because it had supposedly bone chips in it. Well, where did the bone chips come from? How do we have bone chips suddenly? And our body's never been opened, and there's never been an accident, and suddenly there's bone chips in there. It sounds to me like someone needs a payment on their Mercedes more than that there are real bone chips in there.